Long exposure photography is my favorite thing to do. I do it all the time and I really love it. But when it comes to equipment, things can get pretty expensive pretty fast, especially if you're talking ND filters, because there's so many options out there. I am a minimalist, so I always try to bring on location only the things that I really need, nothing more. And for ND filters, I really think you only ever gonna need these two. Let me show them to you. Hi there, welcome to the channel. Here we talk about landscape photography, long exposure photography, black and white photography, all the good stuff. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you so much and welcome back. So ND filters, I really can't live without them. I use them all the time for my photography. And to be honest with you, I only ever use two. These two specifically. This one is a 6-stop and this one is a 10-stop. They're both solid ND filters. Let me talk you through how I use these in my photography. So let's start by talking about this guy here. This is a 6-stop ND filter. To be honest with you, I don't use this one by itself so much because it doesn't stop so much light. But it's really useful during sunrise and sunset because the light is kind of faded and it's also changing really fast, so you don't always have the time to use a stronger ND filter. Also, it's really good for more, let's say, creative uses. So one way I use it is, for example, when I want to slow down the water or the clouds, but I also want to keep some kind of texture and some kind of pattern in the water and in the clouds. It's really useful for those conditions. And also, I can also slow down the water, for example, just a little bit and use that to create shapes, patterns, and leading lines inside my compositions. So really fun to use. Give it a try. Next up is my favorite filter, 10-stop solid ND filter. I really love this one. I use it all the time in every different type of condition. So I use this one after sunrise or before sunset, in those really late afternoons when the light is already subdued, really faded, but not changing super fast yet. And those times, this is your best friend because you can use this to get really long exposures that look amazing and much longer than with a 6-stop. Also, you can use this one in a cloudy day like today to get fairly long exposures in daylight. And if you want to keep some texture in the sky or in the water, you can do that with this one. Also, I use this one all the time for video or for shooting time-lapse because it really helps getting a really nice motion blur going on in your frames, and that really makes a difference. So yeah, again, I really love this one. If I could only have one filter in my bag, this will be it. The other thing that I love about these two filters is that you can actually combine them together like this to get a super strong, super dark 16 stops ND filter. I use this technique all the time to get super long exposures during the day. In a day like today, with these clouds, you can get easily 5 minutes, 10 minutes exposures. And that really makes for super abstract, super nice long exposure images. Give it a try. In my 15 years of experience shooting long exposures, I never found myself, not once, needing more than 16 stops. So there you have it, my recommendations for ND filters. I really think that these two are the only two that you will ever need to bring your long exposure photography to the next level. If you're in a really tight budget, just go with screw-in filters. They work fine. And if you have a little bit more of money to invest, just go with these magnetic ones because they're really practical and easy to use. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you found it useful. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.